The following podcast may be explicit. Shedcast presents Adventures from the Shed, a tabletop RPG podcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com. Join us in the shed as we begin our first adventure podcast of 2016. Pull up your old reliable folding chair and listen in as we join Nesolis, Kalam'Te, Truk, and Aleyna outside Wynte Stronghold as Nesolis reads the tome from Nikko. Enjoy the podcast.
Hi, and welcome back to the Shed for Adventures from the Shed. This is our first recorded session in 2016.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com, Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, Google+,
Stitcher Radio,
and others. We're going to go around the table and say hi, starting with...
Hi, everyone. This is Mickie. I play Nesolis, the... What am I again?
Tiefling Warlock.
Thank you. Tiefling Warlock. It's been a long year.
It's been a long time.
Kalam'Te here. Paladin. Level 11.
Played by JJ. There we go. So, Mickie and JJ are here after a whirlwind tour of the Eastern Seaboard.
Pretty much that.
Yeah.
JJ's identity is merged with that of Kalam'Te, and he is now his character. Hey everyone, this is Kurt. I am playing Truk, the human monk, and ready to start off 2016 in grand style.
Nice.
Very nice.
Hey everyone, this is Brittany. I'm playing Aleyna, the human fighter.
And back to me, I am Joe. I'm the Dungeon Master for this Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the world of Alamand. I'm going to do a quick recap of where we were from our last episode. Actually, a little bit of the story leading up to and including the last episode, which was our holiday episode, where our characters slaughtered Rudolph and proceeded to get a book from St. Nick, or Nikko Saint, as it were. Leading up to that, our heroes had ventured across the ocean, fought pirates, arrived at the city of Wynte, experienced a wave bidet, found a potted plant, talked to several people in town, found some magic items for sale and bought them, visited the Wizard's Tower, Arcus Arcanery, were snubbed by an ancient wizard, and found information leading to the final survivor of the Crimson Order. They follow that information both from the library and the mage or the wizard at the Wizard's Tower, and found their way to the underground mansion where they did indeed slaughter Rudolph, and experienced some of the insanity that was the final surviving member of the Crimson Order. Towards the end of that episode, Nesolis got into his head, the wizard's head, and learned that that he had a book containing some information that they might use. We're going to pick up this episode with the characters finding themselves, with the scenery fading away from inside of the mansion, they find themselves standing outside of the wrought iron gate on the eastern side of Wynte Stronghold, and Nesolis is holding this book, and the party is kind of... Think of the old the flashback kind of thing where the scene is fading and you find yourself standing outside of the gates. And now it's up to you guys to decide what your next steps are. Mickie has some of the information in bulleted form from the book that she can share through character with the rest of the party.
That was wicked. So, what do you guys want to do now? She kind of bounces her book in her hand. What do you guys want to do now? Silence is golden.
Just go.
Duct tape is silver.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's find a druid.
Want to keep finding the druid?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if there's anything in this book that will help us. You guys talk amongst yourself while I read here. So she's going to start flipping through the book.
So maybe as the characters just emerged from the underground mansion of Nikko Saint, you might want to be talking about what you experienced down there. Was it kind of weird or kind of cool? Or?
I'm kind of sad that I lost that potion.
Oh, the one you threw at the candy door.
Yeah, I thought it was like a conveyor belt. I thought it was going to wrap it for me. I was going to be able to unwrap it.
I feel kind of bad for the elves that were working in that sweatshop.
Why? They're already dead.
Zombie halflings.
Zombie halflings.
Oh, that's right, zombie halflings.
Yeah.
That was just weird. It's like it seemed like a dream. didn't fit with the rest of the world, but.
Happy holidays!
But we've got this book now. What is Nesolis? What does the book look like?
So the book is it looks like an ancient tome. Lots of weird symbols and whatnot. I assume it's a language on the cover and down the spine. It's got kind of like that gold leaf on the edges of the pages. So she opens it very carefully, and she's been sort of leafing through the pages as you guys have been discussing the underworld that we just came out of, and she's like, "That was wicked awesome. Did you see me do the mind control?" Whatever.
She did. She got inside that dude's head.
That was
along
great.
with like 1,000 other people.
This rocks. All right. So she's reading, and she's like, "Okay. So approximately 5 centuries ago, a massive war raged in the central world between demon cabal and the Fey Guard. Among the demon cabal, commanders were Dentalion, which is the name that my diary told me to watch out for, a trickster demon, and Zervine. Thank you, Zervine, mistress of destruction. The Fey Guard was led by Lalara, which you'll remember is the goddess that my mother prayed to. She was the goddess of joy, and Tritherion is the Fey champion. So Tritherion is your book, the deity that is talking to me through my book. Does
Nesolis actually know that part yet?
Didn't we already?
Because JJ did. I think Kalam'Te knew a bit that as far as it was a celestial being using the book as a conduit. But nobody knows that is the name, technically, from the character's perspective.
So from a character's perspective, she knows of Lalara from her mother, and now has come across this new name, Tritherion, who is a Fey champion. The battle lasted for years, with thousands falling in combat. The very earth was scarred and stained with the blood of mortals and deities. Today the land is known as Desolation Gorge and can be found 2 days north of Wynte Stronghold. The battle has been remembered as a draw, or stalemate, as the Fey Guard, as well as the Fey Empire, fell into history and the demon cabal returned to their homes, abandoning the surface world. And much of what we've learned above, what I just discovered, was corroborated by the book that we found in that library.
The one where Aleyna and Nesolis found that big book with the metal stitched in the pages and such. A lot of this information matches what they saw.
So and then now she's flipping through. She's like, "Well, we know that already." And then she flips some more, and she goes, "Well, this is interesting. This reads more like it was Nikko's diary, and he's writing about his friend Drugna and their efforts in the war. So apparently there was an alliance between the Crimson Order wizards and the Wild Walker druids during the war. Very intriguing. Do you know anything about this?
I don't.
And this is one where anybody who wants to consult their intelligence or their learned past could learn a little more than what we currently have written there. But let's let Mickie finish what she's got from Nesolis' view. She's kind of summarizing from the book. These are bulleted forms that I sent to her.
So according to this diary, only Nikko and Drugna survived their respective organizations. So Nikko's the last member of the Crimson Order, and apparently Drugna is this last of the Wild Walker wizards.
Druids.
Nikko was withdrawn into creating oddities and preparing for the return of the rest of the Crimson Order. He was a bit kooky.
That's an understatement.
A bit kooky.
It seems that, according to him, it's only been about 50 years, but more like 5 centuries have passed. We know that.
The kooky and spooky.
Drugna's last correspondence, so she takes out, as she's leafing through, a sheet falls out and it's been folded. It was inserted between the pages, and according to this, it says that the grove is complete and is now is a safe haven for nature. No pure demon can long withstand the enchantments placed on the land. Pretty old letter, too. So, does that mean...
What was the last part? No
pure demon can long withstand the enchantments placed on the land. So with that...
is there a return address on it?
A return address. Yeah, from the Grove.
A postmark?
Yeah. There's a postmark here. Do you want to keep the stamp for your stamp collection?
So as she is going through that, by the way, for Truk, something that we had established before. While your attention is drawn to that and you're not thinking of it, your little sapling friend has several times... Frederica.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a she.
Yeah. But I'm going to call
just
it Fred.
a guy named Freddy.
Or Freddy, depending on my mood.
Yeah, okay.
She's androgynous. Okay, got it.
your sapling, several times while you're paying attention to Nesolis, kind of pulls towards the north.
Towards the north?
Yeah. Just so you know.
Well, I'll tell everyone that Frederica's got some attitude going today, and she definitely thinks there's something up north that warrants our attention.
You'll notice that Nesolis gets really, really worried, and she's just reading the last part of this letter over and over again. And she's just kind of has tears in her eyes. And she's just wondering, so she looks at Aleyna.
Nice.
I almost called you Alyssa. She looks at Aleyna and she goes, what does this mean? Does this mean that I can't go to the forest because I'm a demon too?
You're not a pure-blooded demon.
Well, I don't know that. My mother didn't tell me anything, apparently.
You're still part human. Human?
Yes.
Part something not demon, at least.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know for sure. I'm distraught.
If we go there and you can't go in, I guess, then you'll know.
Well,
Let's try.
If we get there and I can't go in, will you make sure that I can't cause any other harm?
Are you asking me to kill you?
Maybe.
That seems a bit extreme.
What if we get there and you go in and then you
This
burst
is not a
into
zombie
flames?
apocalypse. What the heck?
What if I can't go in?
Then we go somewhere else.
Just so Mickie doesn't necessarily have to repeat everything, if you have your phone with you, I forwarded everyone the same email that she has. I just wanted it to come through her first. Everyone except Ronnie.
No.
You'll just grab Brittany's phone. We have... So I've shared that so you guys have that information.
Awesome.
But go ahead and continue. It just might make it easier than Mickie having to rehash everything as we go. And as I was saying before, anyone who, after you look at that, think, well, maybe my character may know a little more about that, that will be treated as an intelligence roll, because we'll be drawing upon your learned history. Just let me know when you take a peek at it what you think, and if it's something that you'd want to explore. In the meantime, from the game mechanic perspective, your directional indicator of where to go next will be Frederica. However, what that actually means, other than just a vague north, will be up to you guys to decipher as you go.
All right.
Okay.
In the book, the site of the gorge where the battle happened, it was 2 days north of where we are, or north of somewhere else?
North of Wynte. North of
Wynte.
the city.
Wynte.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is just a common place. Anybody familiar with Center World would know about...
Desolation Gorge.
Desolation Gorge, yeah. I only wrote it. I don't know why I'd have to remember it. That's just a common place, but you didn't know the history. Right? It's like maybe... I actually pretty much stole it from Death Valley, but you not necessarily know the history behind it, but you do know the name and where to find it.
Okay.
It's just that place where it's always dry and, well, death hangs in the air.
It's just poopy.
Yeah, kind of the place you would drive by, take a picture, and leave.
Truk doesn't have a lot of experience fighting demons, so he doesn't know if there's anything we should get before we think about rolling north. Like, are there provisions or things that we would want to have that we don't have?
If we have to cross the valley at all,
A zip line?
no, I'm thinking more.
That'd be pretty
like,
cool, though.
We're going to need
Big
water.
trees.
We're going to need a pack mule.
We're going to need lots of water and food.
Yeah, definitely. I'll see if I can procure some.
Where are you going to get a pack mule?
We're in a major city.
Let's see who among the characters may know something about demons. Anybody?
As a paladin, I should.
You should. I like that.
With my intelligence, I don't know much about anything.
As an ex-paladin, I might.
Yeah, I'm
no.
good with it.
At a roll of a 2, I don't.
Go ahead, bro.
Well then.
Did you roll
What?
your
You're
proficiency?
just opening the dice bag? Good God.
I haven't done anything yet.
Totally unprepared.
I was already ready. You got a 2 as well. Hey, I could see. Can you see it? Can you see it?
No, what's on?
You actually
Damn
rolled
it.
2.
Da, 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 da.
That was better.
What do I add to that?
2.5.
It's on the
Zing.
bottom of your sheet there.
It's a
bottom
skill
of your cheat
check.
sheet.
Yeah.
It's wisdom, so 2.
Intelligence. This is intelligence.
Wow.
26.
26. Bring magical stuff with you. All of the demons that you can remember reading about are resistant to non-magical.
Did you get your tricks?
So as far as things like they have damage resistances to cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, all that stuff from non-magical weapons. If it happens to be magical, well, it'll probably work. If it doesn't happen to be magical, good luck.
Yeah, we're going to need to get Brittany Aleyna a new weapon.
And some of the weaker demons are vulnerable to radiant damage. Some of them.
Yeah.
Cool.
And only the weaker ones.
I'm good.
So,
Good thing we have the pirate or the captain's MasterCard.
That's right.
We're going to get Aleyna a new weapon.
And especially because we've already established things from the book would just be hanging out on some store shelves, you could go find a +2 weapon, like a +2 rapier, right off the shelf.
Awesome.
We can have one of those before you leave.
Off the shelf.
It may be the
Not all of us
final
need
thing that
custom
can be
boots.
charged. Hey, the monk's unarmed attacks magical yet?
Yeah.
They are? Yeah, I want Kurt to answer this. The one playing the monk is the one who hasn't answered yet.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Totally. After level 7, I'm totally magical, dude.
Did you just hand gesture all that?
Nice. All right. JJ, you had a magical weapon already, right?
I did, but
Alright.
we had not actually purchased anything else. Like Mickie, I
Yep.
know got like the spider
Yep.
boots and all that, and we were going to discuss it off the air originally.
Slippers of spider climber.
I guess one thing, because of the high roll, I would tell you, don't bother getting anything poisonous.
Yeah.
Demons pretty much feed off of poison. They don't really get hurt by it. As a game mechanic, of course, they don't feed off of it. They're just immune to it.
All right, I'm hearing.
Yeah, with a roll like that, somebody.
My hands are magical weapons. How
Well,
awesome
that's
is that?
awesome. But just your hands?
My unarmored strikes.
Yeah.
My key
I
empowered
was going to
strikes.
say, I would hate for them
My
to
feet,
actually
too.
spell out that your hands are a magical
My feet,
weapon.
too.
Because then you could never kick something.
That's true. That would be bad. My
Yeah.
knees, all this stuff.
So you are just one deadly weapon.
Yep.
I would. You know what I just realized? So everyone listening at home, it's almost Joe's birthday. So we had a little
We are 2 days away from it.
birthday party, and I brought some champagne and we had some cake. And I just opened the fridge and I found that I left a bottle of prosecco,
You
which is
did?
Italian champagne from last time.
Yeah.
So it could be
Happy
one of
New
those, it could be one of those days.
Hey, I don't have to be to work for...
But Joe, you can have that.
Thank you. Thank you. I think the bottle opener's right here somewhere.
It is.
You want me to hand that to you too?
Thank you, Mickie. You're very kind and considerate.
Whatever.
All right.
So we're going back
Monk's
to
Travel
town.
Light.
Did you
so I-
find something else that was interesting to you?
Yeah, I wanted to get the belt of the stone giant.
And that is just a strength thing?
It's a strength bonus,
Okay.
yeah.
Why would you do that? Why?
So I can hit harder.
But are you magical?
I am. I have a +2 weapon already.
Are you magical?
Are you
So,
magical?
stole it
Brit,
from the monks.
did you write down a +2? Do that, please.
Man, this
We'll
captain,
have a
he's hooking us
+2.
up. Just want a +2
Seriously,
sword?
we're like just.
What I want to do at this point is that is the end.
Do you
Using
mean we're
all
not
his money.
actually going back to the place?
What's that?
We're not actually going back to the place?
Going back to what place?
The store.
yeah,
Well,
we're going back to the store.
Yeah,
now.
I just wanted to make it simple.
We went to the
Why?
store.
We already spent an episode buying
What?
things. With
Yeah.
this episode, let's just have them. I thought it was important because, in my opinion, every D&D campaign I've ever played in, you spend some time in town buying stuff. Let's do it on the air. We did it. Now you could just have it. You get a +2 rapier, which means exactly all the same stuff you already had, but add +2 to your roll and +2 to your damage.
Thank you.
That's it.
And it's magical.
Yes. For me, the important part there is everybody's going to be able to hit.
Yeah.
We're not going to worry about did you use this, did you use that. And you'll do full damage. Actually.
So the arrows that I got last time with those
they
count?
are magical. Yes.
But they're also cold.
Yeah, they are. But it won't make a difference.
Okay.
Because they are magical, you'll be doing fine. And like I said, that'll use up the coin. And when that last charge happens against the coin, the shininess of it fades, and it gets to a matte, like a brushed silver color, and across the face in magical writing appears the word void.
Nice.
So if you have used up your card, your credit coin. Now where or what is the next step? We will presume you guys are outfitted appropriately now with weapons. JJ, from Calam'Te's perspective, mentioned a pack mule. I have no problem with you guys having a pack mule to carry stuff.
Awesome.
And I say a pack mule. It's easy enough to just get one from somebody. Maybe you're getting it on loan. Maybe you want to buy it outright. Whatever the case may be. You'll just have a mule that can carry your stuff along with you.
Do we have any idea, the letter from Druganah that talked about the grove being complete and a safe haven, do we have any idea where that is? Or
That's why I was asking about the postmark.
Yeah, he was looking for a return address. No. Although, if you pick it up to look at it, anytime you touch that letter, Frederica pulls you in a specific direction. So if you're facing east, you're pulled to the left. If you're facing west, you're pulled to the right. If you're facing north, straight forward. Okay. So from where you are, apparently, Frederica wants to go north.
And is that also where the Desolation Gorge is?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff north. When Calam'Te was in the cartography section of the library, one of the things he was looking for were towns to the north/northeast, because at that time it was a northeast direction. There are a lot of things in between, so plenty of adventure to be had, i.e. random encounters.
Yeah, you go. Let's go get.
Is there one main road out of town that we would take?
Oh yeah,
north?
There's one main road out of town north, but it quickly branches off. All roads eventually come together at the northern gate of Wynte, but they split out. As you exit the city, you can exit to the closest suburb, and then smaller town, until you get about 4 or 5 days north, maybe, and that's when larger cities start popping up again. Because there's no reason for another big city next to the biggest city as a port city.
Well, it seems to me like there's not necessarily yet a reason to go to the gorge. We
just gotta go north.
You need to go north and start asking for information.
For Desolation Gorge, think Grand Canyon, a big scar on the ground.
Right.
So you're probably not going to avoid it completely.
Right.
I just knowing it as travelers. However, you don't need to go right through it, as far as you know. Till a die roll determines otherwise.
Fair enough.
So north we go.
Northward bound.
Dun, 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 dun.
Who's going to name the donkey?
Ooh.
I say we call it donkey.
Pedro's going to name the donkey?
His name is Pedro.
Because
how come the donkey has a Latin name?
Because when I was in Boy Scouts,
That's just
no, it's not racist.
You
when I was in Boy
right.
Scouts, Boys Life had its mascot was a donkey or a mule, and his name was Pedro.
Yes, it was.
But do you see whenever Kurt says it, he has to have a sad face?
And he had the Pedro Patrol.
See? He says sad face when he says Pedro.
And I'm so white when I say that. It's totally racist.
Mickey, you say it.
Pedro.
All right,
Pedro.
Mickey named it. It's no longer racist. Brittany, your turn.
Oh, no.
You call it Peter if you want.
Yeah, why
It's not
can't
the
we
same
just
thing.
call it Peter?
Let's call it Peter.
If we do that, I'm calling it Pierre.
Sure, like a Catholic
we're
priest.
naming the donkey Peter?
Huh?
Yes.
My little Peter.
Peter.
I don't get it. You guys are so sick.
Sickos.
All right, come on, Petey.
How do you know it's sick
Time
if you
to
don't
go.
get it?
Let's do it.
Because if I don't get it, it has to be proven.
I suddenly understand a whole bunch of religions.
Exactly. Well said. We are headed north out of the port city of Wynte. You are all well rested. You have supplies for several days of travel and adventure. I don't think anyone has used them. If you don't have them marked on your sheet, make sure you have at least 2 healing potions listed. Everybody had gotten 2 from the monks when you guys had left the monastery.
That's right.
Make sure you have that.
I've been pretty...
I'm kind of hoping you guys get beat up a bit. So.
You've been pretty lucky.
I've been pretty whorish with my lay on hands.
So that means the women who have visited your room have experienced it.
Correct.
All right.
I get to heal myself too with that wholeness of body, which is pretty sweet.
By my life behavior.
Is that one of your open hand moves? I'm serious and facetious, but yeah.
It is monk stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
It's standard monk. You don't have to be open hand.
It is not standard monk.
It's not?
It is open hand.
Oh, man, that's why we love JJ.
Yeah, it is.
So
That's not the only reason. I
That's not
love
the
him
only
for
reason?
so much more.
Oblivious as always.
Okay.
I have
That's your
things.
character sheet.
Yes.
Okay.
Old version of a character sheet.
okay.
I had 2 healing potions and elixir of health. Is that what the healing potion is called, or was that a
No.
separate potion?
Elixir of health is a different thing. Do you have a number next to it?
It says removes blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and
Oh.
poisoned.
Well, then you don't need a number.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to give you the Dungeon Master Guide to look up the page, but you have it written right there.
you.
So remind me that I need to blind, deafen, or poison you.
Only one though, right?
Well, I'll do all 3, but
Okay.
And you get to choose.
we need to make sure that that's used.
But choose.
And also keep in mind the things that you have from the monks. So we do know about the flying monk, of course. Everyone knows about the flying monk who defeated the pirates.
Yes.
But Nesolis has resistance to magic,
Sorry.
if I remember right.
Fire
With her
and
mantle.
psychic.
Is it just fire and psychic? The magic mantle? I
Well,
thought it was
she
magic.
no.
She takes half damage from fire and psychic, and then she gets advantage on all saves versus magic.
Versus Matt.
All
Nice.
right, I think it might be you, Brit, breathing on the microphone.
Sorry.
We'll see. Oh, yeah, that's you. You can see the pattern right in there.
I thought we got. No, I still had my mantle.
But that mantle, I thought, was resistance to magic, or it wasn't
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah, it's a bonus to saves.
Ah, okay. Okay, good.
Basically, advantage on
Advantage
saves.
on saving throws. Okay. But this is why I say remember these things, because hopefully you're going to need to use them.
What was it called? Mantle of.
Spell resistance.
Thank you.
Right here.
There it is. Cloak of spell resistance.
And so a couple of days will pass, and you'll be right near the Gorge of Eternal Peril, or Desolation Gorge. We're going to be setting up camp one night when I need to know who is going to be taking first, second, third watches so that we can determine if anything bad happens.
I'll take
And
first
to whom?
watch and go up.
Mickie will take third because she likes to stay up late reading.
Okay, and who's second?
Second.
Okay, so each of you roll a d20 and tell me who has the highest number.
Not me.
I has a
Me.
9.
I have a 2.
Okay, and what was your number?
19.
19. Oh my gosh.
So how many things attack us?
Well, that was the middle of the night too.
Oops, sorry.
Second watch, yeah.
All right. Just because Kurt said it, Mickie, I want you to roll another d10.
Oh.
If you get over 10, you are awake reading.
I've got a 1.
Okay, you were sleeping.
You can't get over 10 on a D10.
What?
You can't
I
get.
said roll. Did I say d10?
Yes, you
Yeah.
said roll a
D20
D10 and
over
you get
10.
over 10.
All right, my mistake. Roll
I'm
a
like, I'm always
D10.
going to be
All right.
asleep.
I thought I said roll again, and if you get over a 10. But
I got an
either-
11.
Oh, 11.
All right, so you're up reading when this happens.
Haha.
Okay. Brit, do a wisdom check, please.
Does
So
it
d20 plus your wisdom
have to
modifier,
be
and I don't know
wisdom?
if you are proficient in your wiseness.
That would be a 19.
Okay. Off in the corner of your vision, you notice something dark moving, and it is moving in your direction, and it looks like some kind of floating things with horns and wings, several of them, and you've caught them well before they reach you, so you have an opportunity to act before we roll initiative.
Whoa.
All right, opportunity's done. Roll initiative. We are going to roll, but hold on. I want to see what she does. Now, I will show you a little picture here from page 64 of the Dungeon Master Guide. This is the silhouette you see out there.
Ooh.
Okay. It is, for anyone listening who cares, this is a shadow demon. And you see several of these shapes kind of silhouetted in the moonlight in the middle of the night.
Am I the only person awake, or is Mickie also awake?
She's
'Cause
awake,
reading.
but she's
is awake.
deeply engrossed in reading Nikko's book, probably. It talks about werewolves and vampires and stuff.
Yeah. It's a love story.
And they're constantly
All right.
taking their shirts off. What?
Just the werewolves.
Well, I want to wake everyone up.
Okay.
Can I do so without using an action?
You will do that. No.
Okay, well then...
Well, because an
Wake the fuck
action
up.
equals about 6 seconds, it will take you 6 seconds to walk over to 2 other people and wake them up.
Okay.
Unless you just want to shout.
Yeah.
That's it? You're
Yeah.
just going to say that you're aware and not... Okay, so shout.
I am aware of everything.
And now everyone
the
is aware
time.
of you.
I don't know if shouting is going to wake me up.
Really?
Were
I
you
would
practicing the way of the open hand?
The way of the powdered hand. All right, so at that point, we are going to go into an initiative. So we will need to get that started. Mickie, will you be keeping track?
Sure, as soon as I have paper.
Okay.
I need a paper.
I have paper I can give you here from
I
a
need paper.
notepad. Actually, you can have the
Or
whole
we
thing.
had the new, what you call it?
Yeah, I have
Ooh, the
whiteboard
fancy
stuff if you want
whiteboard.
to do that. I haven't opened the package yet. Kurt will have to do that. And I did put the markers there. You got it.
I'm going to keep
snap.
initiative.
And there's the
loot.
full-size one, full-size paper, too. Those are little thingies. Anyway, what I'm going to need here is I'm going to be using 3 different initiatives. Everybody else get their numbers ready.
All right. Who's breathing still?
Probably
Everyone's
still me.
breathing, or else we'd be dead.
I was just exhaling to fill in a gap.
He was waiting.
That was
to
on
exhale.
purpose. I have
All right, so give me initiative. Aleyna.
24.
24.
Nice.
Truk.
15.
Kalam'Te.
Wynte.
20.
Okay, so for me then, if you would put 21, 18, and 14.
Fantastic.
All right, and all of those are just 3 groups of shadow demons right now.
So we
we'll just have
have
group 1, 2, and 3.
Aley. Aleyna is numero uno.
Now with that, Aleyna, they are approximately 40 to 50 feet away. The closest ones are probably 40 feet. Then there's some others that are farther away.
Okay.
It's pretty dark out. You have the moonlight. You have these things moving, but you can see them. What you want to do?
Well, I want to shoot them.
Okay. You need to do something,
Cool.
and it will probably involve one of these dodecahedrons. That's a D20.
Is it?
Yep. I don't just make it up. It's for real.
Why
make
was
up
I under the
everything else.
impression that was 12?
Do you have wet erase?
Wet erase markers? I have a green one here. Go ahead, Brit.
I'm going to use the +2 arrows, not the frost arrows.
Okay.
I don't know if that
I don't
quite
see
matters
it.
yet.
I don't see it, Mickie. Sorry.
Useless.
Yep, useless.
And I now get 3 attacks.
Yay.
3 attacks. Good gosh. How many arrows do you have? Please keep track of them.
I do.
All right.
One of them is going to hit.
Keep going. I'm sure more. I'm hopeful more than one will hit.
Do you want me to keep rolling?
They don't have particularly high armor class.
Didn't you say you had more than one attack?
Yep.
What I like to do is handle one attack at a time.
Fine.
I am not a fan
One
of
of them
rolling
hits.
all of them and then figuring out what happens. So your first attack
Okay.
is
Be a plus.
a number. There's a number.
14 damage.
Yeah, but what was the number to hit? You
A
can't
lot.
just say it hits. I would like to know.
You
the
said it
number.
has a low AC.
Okay, so
The
you rolled
die was a
higher than low.
16.
All right, I'll accept that. Now, what was the damage you had?
14.
14 damage. Got it. Next.
17.
How come no one ever wants to try to talk to the shadow demons before we fight them?
Gee, I
You're
wonder.
not up first.
Shoot it in your face.
That's cute. Light it on fire.
So
Yeah.
that is 32 to hit.
32 hits. How the hell did you get 32?
32.
She rolled twice. I don't know.
Plus 12. And number. There's a number
11
on
damage.
it. Right? 11? Okay.
Yeah. There's also numbers on my sheet.
Of course. But if you say them, people can hear it.
Why
No
do
one
people
can
need to
what's
hear
going
things on a
in your
podcast?
mind.
God.
It's crazy.
People
That's
are
two
so
attacks.
needy. That one doesn't hit.
How do you know?
Because it's a 2 on the die.
What's the total?
roll your
You
proficiency
you
dice.
got a 32 on a d20. If you rolled a 2, you hit.
Yeah, sure.
I'll tell you, these things have a 13 armor class. If you can get a 32 on a d20, then you can hit this with a 2. Whether you did or didn't, I don't know.
18.
18 hits.
See?
You roll a 2 and got 18.
Good lord.
Are you adding your rapier onto this?
I might have been.
What am I missing?
No, that would have been a 15.
It still would hit.
It was a 2 on a dice.
Yeah.
On a d20 plus 7 on the proficiency, which
Yeah.
which is a 9, plus an additional 5 for your dexterity, 14.
Right.
Plus your plus 2,
So 16.
16.
It still hit. We're good. That hit.
Okay.
I'm not sure you could miss it unless
I'm
you
gonna
roll a
get you
1.
like a little, I don't know, I need like a little book or something. So every time he has to explain a rule, he can just stand up and open his little book. According to
That would be preaching. We'll do that next episode. According to the book, consult the Book of Armaments.
good lord,
That's Monty Python as well. Now you can roll damage.
I did.
Well, how much?
I'm still figuring it out.
Okay.
he's working on it.
Are we using a set number for proficiency? Or are we rolling the D8?
It's a d8 for proficiency.
That's a good point. As going to level 11, we are at a D8 for our proficiency die now.
Correct.
We were at a D6 in our last sessions.
Also, just want to throw out for the
Miraculous.
people at home that I hope to have the opportunity to use one of my
10
new
damage.
skills,
10 damage. Got
my
it.
new monk skills. I just want to throw it out there that I can now run on water and up vertical surfaces without falling.
Yeah, if it weren't for those
I'm freaking
wings.
Spider-Man.
You had wings that could help you with that already, too. That's like, so if the wings happen to fail, you're all set.
He just needs a red
I can
ball.
basically go anywhere I want without falling, I think.
As long as you don't end
And
your
my
turn
movement,
on
right.
a vertical surface.
All right, so
And you would slide down.
while everyone's waking up, you see Aleyna launch 3 arrows directly into one of these things, and it's still coming.
Fantastic.
Who's up after that?
I have to put my book away. 21.
Although Aleyna did just shoot 3
who's
arrows,
21?
and that's new.
So the one that you just hit charges forward towards you
Let's call
along
them-
with 2 others.
Arrows, Marcus, and I can't remember the third one.
I don't know. Are you doing some kind of Twilight thing?
Yes, I am.
Damn it. All right, well, anyway, the first group has 3 in it.
Dakota Fanning.
Dakota Fanning.
Yes. That's one of Dakota Fanning.
Now, those are just group names because there are 3 in the group.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first group with whatever the names were, what I'm going to do with that is all 3 are going to charge forward and surround Aleyna. However, that is going to use up their actions and moves. Who's up after that? So at this point, Aleyna is surrounded by 3 of these shadow demons.
All right.
Kalam'Te's next.
All right. So there are still more of them outside of the camp, about 40 feet away, between 40 and 50. And there are now 3 surrounding Aleyna.
I am unarmored because I was sleeping.
Okay.
So
Good
rather
job.
than donning my armor, I will charge into battle.
Okay.
Whoa.
Pick up my greatsword and run in with my clothes on.
The ones that are surrounding Aleyna are further out, because I would actually let you get further since you'd be without your armor.
Yeah.
It'd be like, when you wear ankle weights for a day and then you
Yeah.
take them off. You're probably like Flash.
Are your wobbly bits flying?
Oh yeah.
You're-
There's nothing. There's nothing tucked.
Oh, baby. We got a naked Calamity attack.
Now, what kind of dream was he having? Let's get the full picture.
I know he was at lessons.
I think
he was
naked
at-
Calamity should inspire fear on the shadow demons.
Probably. They are not immune to fear.
Oh man.
Yeah, so charge in, and I'm going to just...
Now, just as a specificity again, the one surrounding her or others?
I will go after the others that way.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she can handle...
So we'll have him attacking the group number 18, at initiative number 18, second group.
All right, and run up and attempt to smite with power attack.
Smite with extreme vengeance.
All right, so...
Yippee-ki-yay!
That's a 2 on the dice. It's not looking so hot right now.
You need to hit 13.
All right, so
I already let that one spill.
7 on the
9.
proficiency.
Okay.
I have a +9 bonus to hit.
Your weapon
You've
is a
got
+2,
18.
isn't it?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, you got 18.
So
You roll a 2 and you get 18.
it's an 18, but it's -5 because of power attack.
So
That's
13.
13, which is
13.
exactly what you need.
Which is exactly what I need to hit.
Nice.
You got it.
All right. So
No hero dice were harmed in this.
no
roll.
hero dice were harmed in the making of this death.
Or attack.
Go for it. Go for it. I like it.
All right. So this is going to be a total of 4 dice 6.
Hey, do you do radiant damage?
I do.
Hey, that's interesting.
At level 11, I gain improved divine smite in every single attack, regardless of the attack. I deal 1d8 extra radiant damage.
So the
And,
extra is radiant. Make sure you tell me which one is radiant.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
It needs to be separate.
But it's not. My damage is radiant.
All of it is radiant?
Yeah, all of it's
okay.
radiant.
And you do extra. Okay.
And I do 1. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's going to be 4 dice 6 plus 1d8.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Meh.
So we got 8,
Meh.
9,
That was a bunch of dice,
12,
though.
16, 26 damage.
26, and it's radiant, you say?
Yes.
So 26 times 2 is 52 damage.
Good lord.
Double.
Did I blow it up?
Nice. No, you did not.
All right, I'm going to spread the love to the next guy.
Nice.
Naked Calamity spreading the love to the next guy.
His wobbly bits are flying into battle.
Power attack as well.
All right.
All right, that's
As long as you didn't get a 1, you
No.
probably hit.
it's a 15 plus 9.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Minus 5.
You can't fail that
So
one.
that's 19.
And also another smite.
Smite me.
What?
That's much better.
You had a smite per level? Was that?
22.
I get
Plus.
I get smites equal to the number of spells I can cast.
That was
23.
what it was. Okay.
So 10, 16, 22, 23, 33 doubled. 56 damage.
Doubled.
66.
That one explodes.
That one explodes.
It explodes in radiant light. Every bit of it just disintegrates as you hit it.
Oh,
it's
so
like it was
little
never
sparklies
there.
coming
Yes.
down. Oh,
Yeah.
It's like the 4th
Almost
of
like
July.
embers coming out from a fire, and they just go away.
Oh. Marcus is next.
Now, are you able to do another attack because of that?
I
The
am
whole
not.
cleave thing? No.
Wait, you might be...
I know we did it in a previous episode. If you were able to destroy an enemy or bring it to 0 hit
Yes,
points,
you
you
are
got another
correct.
attack.
Nice.
Good on
Look
ya.
at Joe busting the 5e
I
knowledge.
just listened to all of them. If I hadn't listened to that yesterday, I wouldn't have remembered it.
I will not.
So you have one more in this group.
I'm going to go back after the first
At the
guy.
first one,
Yep.
okay.
And I'm not going to use Divine Smite this time.
Okay, so it will not be radiant?
It will still be Radiant.
Okay.
All my attacks are Radiant now.
Why do
Just
you
like
have
all
so
of
many
mine are
dice
magical.
in your hand?
What's that?
Why do you have so many dice in your hand?
Is Divine Smite
He has to
where
hit
you have a
first.
certain number?
Yeah, I can
He's rolling the damage dice already.
Might as well.
15.
So 15, 24, 21.
Your sword, as it touches it, this one falls apart as soon as your sword hits
Oh,
it.
nice.
It had
I'm
one-
pretty sure you can't do enough damage to not kill it. If
Okay.
all of your damage is radiant,
Yes.
with all the dice you're rolling,
Well, it's just going to be these 3.
yeah, as long as you're rolling 3 dice, it's dead.
It had 3 hit points.
No, but his damage is doubled because it's radiant.
So it had 6
So it had
hit
less
Yeah,
than
it
6
had
hit
12.
points.
And it was power attack, so my base damage is still 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it had 14 hit points left. I don't think he can do less than 7, realistically.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just ran out there with your wobbly bits out there and
Dual wielding
decimated
swords.
within seconds decimated. Now, I said what it looked like when they fell apart, but what does it look like as a doffed Kalam'Te charges into the woods?
Madman. Madman. It looks like insanity.
By the way, I hope the episode title to this is Demon Killing Wobbly Bits.
Send me that in a text.
All right.
All right, who's next?
Who's up next?
It is their turn for vengeance.
So that one that's left that he did not hit yet has a... Well, let me see. Do I have a multi-attack first off?
You're looking for a 12 or greater right now from my AC.
Yeah, because you're naked. Because you're naked.
Let me see. You know, they don't even have a multi-attack. So, I'm going to just roll an attack. It says, so 9 then will not hit.
Holy moly.
You missed the naked Kalam'Te?
Yes.
The wobbly bits.
He was a little intimidated
Plus 5
by the wobbly bits,
4.
not his friends dying.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. He doesn't really care about the other demons. But that thing? Ew! It's like, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
Get that thing away from me.
All right, who's up after that?
Get those nuts out of my face.
These.
Is it Nesolis?
Yes, it's Nesolis. So she was reading her book over by camp. She's going to stand up and Eldritch Blast the closest.
There are 3 surrounding Aleyna. That would be the closest.
I've got 3 attacks.
One of them has been hit by a few arrows.
So there's a couple arrows sticking out of it?
Not really sticking out of it, but it's like floating a little lower than the other 2.
All right, so I'll start with that one.
All right. Is that the
16.
noise you make?
That is the noise I make.
Hey, 16 hits.
Plus 2, 18.
Hits as well.
No, wait, that's wrong.
Okay.
No, it is right. It's fine.
You're fine.
It's fine.
All right, so you
That would
almost
be
hit.
8 damage.
Next.
8. Okay, sorry. Yep. 8 damage. Got it.
Hit it
I
again.
wrote these too close together, but that's all right. I'll manage.
17 plus 5. What's that, 23? 22?
22.
Still hits.
Mm-hmm.
Another 8 damage.
Another 8. Okay.
And we hit it again.
Wow, you have 3 attacks?
She has 3 attacks now.
Good.
Wait,
gosh.
Eldritch Blast, is that radiant damage?
No, it is force.
Aww.
Is it force?
It's force damage.
Cool.
That blows.
Cool.
This one didn't hit. My mic just went out. That one did not hit.
That one, because you got a...
Because I got a 9.
9 will miss. Well, how come you don't have plus 50 like everyone else?
Because, you know, I've got
magic?
other kind of talents. Like getting your
You're
mind
talking
and
about
mess
the
with
tail
things.
thing. Yeah.
And my tail swish is pretty wicked. And that's, would this be demon, or dim light?
You are definitely in dim light.
That's an
yes.
action. I can't do that.
No, you cannot.
Right, that's all I can do.
Yeah. I guess, yes, it's dim light. I was going to say technically you're in the middle of the night. It could be darkness, but it's not. You have bright moonlight. I've already described that. You're in dim light.
Okay.
And who is up after Nesolis?
Truk.
Truk. Who's very fast.
So, Truk, you've got 1 with the wobbly bits, and we have 3 surrounding Aleyna, one of which has had arrows several times and just gotten a few Eldritch Blasts, and another group of them off to the side from where Kalam'Te is, probably about 50 feet away.
Right, so I want to try to take care of the ones who are attacking or near Aleyna.
Yes.
And I'm going to come in with my...
Weapons hot?
With my what? Weapons hot. With my martial arts prowess and use my key-empowered unarmored strikes, which are magical.
Go for it.
And I believe I roll my d20, my proficiency die, and add my dex modifier.
And we've all been continuously eager to hear how Kurt describes these moves, so make sure you describe it, especially when you're hitting.
26.
That'll hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
And now I get to use the new D8 for damage, so it's 1D8 plus 5.
You get to use a nude D8?
A nude D8, yes. It's a sexy D8 as opposed to just kind of a standard, boring pedestrian
All of
D8.
mine are closed. I'm such a prude.
An 8 plus 5, 13 on the first
now,
one.
are you hitting the same one that has been hit so far?
Yes.
That one falls apart.
Oh, nice.
Like it's shadow demons whatever makes a shadow demon is no longer there, and like the shadow itself falls and melds into the ground.
Awesome. So that was an elbow strike,
Yep.
like, and because it's magical now, my elbow is like sparkling as I hit him.
Ah.
And then I get a second attack, right, JJ?
Yep.
And so I'm going to do a second attack with my other elbow on the next nearby demon.
They got a lotion that'll cover that, I think.
This one will be 20 on the dot, 20 total. And
That will hit.
Rolled to do 7 plus 5, 12 magical damage.
12 damage. Got it.
All right, so he's still standing.
Oh, yeah, this one hasn't been touched yet.
This one's good. And now I think I get to do two flurry of blows because it was a unarmored attack that hit. Does that sound right?
Unarmed attack? I think
Unarmed?
Flurry of Blows is just one more attack, isn't it?
It is
You can do
2
more?
attacks.
2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 attacks.
Oh, what do I
because I
do?
use a monk weapon or
For
unarmored.
1 key point.
Exactly. So I have so many key points, I barely need to keep track of them now. So I have 11, I think. But I guess
11.
I should. So
I have
technically
so many key points.
You're going in this case, though, you're going to get a rest after this is done before
Okay.
we pick up again. Therefore, it isn't that important, and chances of us going 11 rounds or however many key
right.
points.
I mean, it makes it between key
Yeah.
points and here dice. It's almost
Yeah.
silly. 4, 8 plus 5 would be 13, which on these guys should
That
hit.
hits.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so for damage, it'll be 7 plus 5, 12.
12 damage. All right,
Right.
that's 24 you've done.
And the last flurry of blows to attack is 26, I think.
That will hit.
26, and the damage on that one will be 13.
13.
And because I have Way of the Open Hand, as JJ just awesomely reminded me, when I hit with Flurry of Blows, I get to choose one of 3 effects. And I think that I will have the one I just hit have to make a dexterity save, or if he does not, then he falls prone.
Okay.
And the save against my
Well, let's do it anyway. But go ahead.
let's do what anyway.
All right, so it clearly fails, but it does not get knocked prone. It continues to float in the air.
Okay. Because of some special power.
It is immune to being prone.
Oh, okay.
It has
cool.
a condition immunity to prone.
All right.
But you just learned that.
I just learned that. So next time I will
So as
not
far
do
as you
that.
know now, floating demons probably can't be knocked onto the ground.
Okay.
All
I
right?
didn't. I mean, one of my other options was to push him away, but I didn't really want to do that because we want to whale him in the face.
Exactly, and that's an important one as well. That whether there is no such thing as a condition for being pushed, so that's one that would just happen. This is a condition immunity being
Okay.
prone.
Cool.
And what or whom is after the Truk?
Dakota Fanning.
Okay, that's the third group. Like that, I had to sink in for a moment. That wasn't a character name. The third group is going to come in and, you know what? Actually, they are going to move over and surround Kalam'Te and take their attacks with advantage. They only have to
nice.
move one at a time to do this, but they're going to be able to. Because he moved right over, about 10 feet away is the other group. They're moving in. And I'm going to have a 19.
That will hit a 12.
We'll start with that one, and oh crap! They do
snap.
a lot more damage if they have advantage on the attack roll.
Good.
Oh, wonderful.
I need
To do
to
more
get
damage?
out more d6s.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I didn't know this. They do a certain amount of psychic damage, and if they have advantage on the attack roll, they do twice as much. So they do the first one that hits you, 14 psychic damage.
Oh, nice.
The second one comes over, and I have a 24 to hit. And I add those up to 11 psychic damage.
All right.
And then the last one comes over, and I have a 20 to hit. Advantage helps out a lot.
Yes, it does.
12 and 5 is 17 plus 3 is 20 damage. That's a butt ton of damage, I think, in one round.
Yes, it is. It's 45 damage.
Ouch. What is your total?
I have 111 hit points.
So you are not even bloodied after 3 attacks of 4d6 damage. That's pretty cool. Not that I rolled high, but that's pretty cool. Okay, up after that group, up after Dakota Fanning.
Me.
Aleyna.
Hey, you're still in this. You were first.
I
Back
am.
to the beginning.
Wait,
Yes.
we lost one here, didn't we?
Lost an ear.
In the first group, we lost one.
Mm-hmm. The first group has 2 gone. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 gone. The second group has 2 gone. The third group has all 3 still remaining.
Still standing.
Yeah.
All right. And the first group are the ones that are near me.
Surrounded you. You are still flanked by 2.
They have also been attacked by
But, Truk
Nesolis
is there.
and Truk.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Nesolis has still got a ranged
So you could probably
distance.
get advantage on one of them with Truk's help.
Yep.
Okay. That one?
Yep.
I'm going to attack that one.
And we're going to take that as the one that Truk was already punching and kicking.
Yeah.
Using
Elbowing.
his sparkly elbows. Yes.
Sparkly elbows.
See, they sparkle in the sun.
He's a sparkle monk.
So let's get that one out of the way. Maybe, sorta, kinda.
Sorta, kinda, maybe.
It's musical. You hit. I see a 7 and a 6. That's 13. That's their armor class.
Roll the other d20 just to see if you get a crit.
Oh yeah, you have advantage. Roll a d20 again.
All right.
Does anyone at the table crit on anything other than a 20?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
That wasn't
So you
correct.
hit.
Yeah.
Go with some damage.
What?
There you go.
Plus 7 is 15. Plus
I got-
2 is
sure.
17.
Kurt just moved the mic right up to his nose. That was pretty cool. 17 damage.
My headphones
Yes.
or my thing is hurting me today.
Is that one still alive?
Yes, it is.
All right, then
Barely.
I'm going to
It is
attack
floating
again.
very low.
Awesome.
How low can you go?
How low?
We're about to find out.
Roll the other die. You still have advantage.
Death row. What a brother knows.
Take the 2 instead.
I will take the 2 instead.
Another thing I thoroughly enjoyed
7,
listening
7
to
is
back
9.
episodes is hearing Kurt rap. It's beautiful.
Still a 16 to hit.
Spontaneous rap. 16 still hits. Go for it. Give
was
some
impressive.
damage.
Light it up. Light it up.
Out loud. See, I see your
11?
lips moving, but no
Yeah.
no sound coming
11
out.
damage.
11 damage. That does indeed finish that one off. So
All
that
right.
one between Aleyna and Truk has now also the substance of it went away and the shadow just kind of melds into the shadows on the ground.
It has
Then
perished.
for my third attack this round, I'm going to attack the one that's left out of group 1.
Okay, that one will just not be at advantage, which means don't roll a 1.
Do shadow
didn't.
demons talk?
Okay.
Like common?
You hit.
Can they talk? to us?
Have we tried?
Man, I just want to capture.
We just kind of wailed on them.
Well, she had a high enough roll before. I'll just throw it out there.
15.
They speak Abyssal, but they have telepathy to 120 feet. So anyone who speaks Abyssal can probably understand their mutterings in the ether.
15 damage.
15 damage.
Nesolis, do you speak that?
No. However,
Oh.
I can concentrate.
JJ's
Oh,
pointing
infernal.
out things on
I
the
speak in
Infernal.
infernal, not abyssal.
It is abyssal. So there are, especially for Nesolis, who is kind of telepathic already, she got all the mind games going, you can probably hear these weird mutterings in your mind. You just don't know what they are,
Fair enough.
like what language they are.
Huh. But I can communicate with them.
So after Aleyna, I think it's that group at Initiative 21.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so that one will take an attack back at Aleyna. I got a 20 on the die.
Hot. I'm glad you didn't do it against me.
Excuse me. However, it did not have advantage. So the attack is the same damage roll JJ got. So 3 and 11 is 14 plus 3 is 17 psychic damage.
Okay.
It's psychic damage to your psyche. And that's all for that group. Who's up after
The
that?
secret word is Kalam'Te.
Kalam'Te.
You still got one?
No, I have 4. on
One
me.
from the original group,
Yes.
and then 3 others. Pretty much on every direction you can turn, you have shadows floating in front of you with their menacing wings and horns and long claws and sharp pointed
And
teeth.
I learned my lesson from that. That kind of hurt. So
Don't want to
Don't
be
you
at a
have
point where they have
An armor
advantage.
spell or something?
I don't have an armor spell, but I do have protection from energy, and I can choose psychic.
Hey, that's pretty cool because that's all they do.
Yeah.
So how does that work for you? Is it a spell?
I'm looking up the actual spell. Protection from energy.
So it's a spell, not a paladin.
Concentration up to 1 hour. So I will have to make saves when they hit. But
what about the action? Is it one action?
It is one action. Okay. So that will be my turn.
So you will cast the protection from psychic.
Yep.
All right. What about movement? Do you want to try and move away from
I will not provoke.
All right.
I will just, kind of chillax.
And you don't get any extra actions?
No, because I think the way extra attack works whenever you use to attack is you get extra attacks as part of your action.
Right. And that's what I meant. That you don't have any extra action. You only have an extra attack. All right. Cool. We got that. So then that's Calam'Te's turn.
Marcus.
That is the single one that was left with him, who does have an advantage. What is 8 and 5 is 13.
13 will hit.
13 hits. And then you will have this number, halve. Halve it. Will Wheaton can help you halve that.
Wheaton!
16 total. So you will take 8
right.
psychic damage.
And I had to beat a 10 on this roll.
Is it 10 or half the damage?
10 or half, whatever's higher.
Sorry.
And it's a wisdom save?
It is a wisdom save. And
oh, crap.
Yeah, I got it.
Really? Oh, you got it.
But dang.
Say the first one?
With a 2 and a 1? Nice.
Yeah, because it's concentration. Concentration save. That's a 10. A DC 10.
Excuse me. Okay. You got it.
I got it.
Then we're good. We're good to start. Who's up after?
Nesolis.
Nesolis. So Nesolis, you have one remaining where Aleyna and Truk are. And then Kalam'Te with his
surrounded.
Wobbly bits are surrounded.
Let's cast Everard's Black Tentacles.
Brittany's been waiting for that one since you first got it.
Yeah. We're going to cast it on Kalam'Te, so it's going to be a 20-foot square around him.
Okay. That would definitely encompass the 4 that remain.
So you're casting tentacles on the one that's not wearing clothes?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, he already cast one tentacle.
he came with a tentacle. I'm just adding to it.
It's just wobbly.
All right. So dexterity saving throw.
So squirming ebony blah blah blah. Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground you can see within range. For the duration, these tentacles turn the ground into an area of difficult terrain. When a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage and be restrained by the tentacles until the spell ends.
Huh.
A creature that starts its turn in the area is already restrained by the tentacles and takes 3d6, bludgeoning damage.
All right. So we need some dexterity saving throws. You're going to give me the number I have to beat.
As soon as I roll it.
Or I'm pretty sure what will be 2 failures, a 16 and an 18. So let's see what your DC is.
No.
Nope, sorry.
Yep.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
15.
15? All right. So 2 that fail and 2 that succeed when it is cast. Now, that's really at the beginning. They cannot be restrained. However, they'll still take the damage.
They will.
Yeah. And that will really be at the beginning of their turn, if I heard that right.
So on a success, it frees itself, yeah.
Okay. So on the beginning of their turn, I will keep those numbers. Because it doesn't take effect when you cast it, only when they enter or...
But they don't
begin their
continual
turn.
damage unless they're restrained.
Okay.
So the 2 that failed just take the 3d6. And that's all the effect of the spell.
Now, who is up after Nesolis?
Well, let her give you
presuming that's your action.
Truk.
That'd be Truk and his magic elbows.
So do you want me to roll the damage now or later?
No, when it's their turn.
You have to roll it now.
But they only take it on their turn.
It's now and at the start of their turn.
All right. I heard it as if they enter or start their turn there.
Okay. I'm casting it.
Yeah?
When a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed a Dex saving throw.
So my saves are really at the start of their turn.
Yes, but
not when it's cast.
It's now because the effect has entered their area.
Okay.
So I have to do the damage now.
Go for it.
11.
11. Got it.
It's bludgeoning damage, if that matters.
It's magical?
Bludgeoning.
Yes, it's magical.
It says bludgeoning.
It's just, we're actually picking on Kurt right now because his nose breathing is hitting the mic. You can actually see it on the pattern there,
you can.
Kurt.
Sorry.
It's just wherever you set it, the exhalation from your nostril is hitting it, that's all.
All right.
It's like
so
listening
It's getting to JJ, which is kind of funny.
Truk.
The guy who can't hear, right?
All right, my turn. My elbows. And my
Go
fist
for
of
it.
fury.
You have one right in front of you. Between you and Aleyna, you can maneuver, so you have advantage. There's only one remaining there, so it's easy enough to do that. Or you could go try to help out Mr. Naked Guy in the middle of a tentacle field.
How far is he from me?
yes.
And how far?
That's just funny. You could see all these tentacles writhing on the ground.
Right.
You probably would have to avoid them. Of course, maybe you could fly
I
into
was going
there
to say, yeah.
and not be affected by them.
I get 2 attacks. Can I attack Aleyna's with an uppercut?
And then move and
then fly
attack again?
and attack?
I would allow it for sure.
And I have
You can
advantage?
split up your turn in this edition. Yes, you can easily get yourself into advantage.
I got these guys.
Go for it.
16 plus 5, I think.
That
So
hits.
21.
You got it.
All right, so I roll 4 plus 5 is 9 magical
Okay.
damage on that one with a quick uppercut.
I will tell you that unless all of your attacks hit and are high damage, you probably won't knock this one out.
That's okay.
They take a little bit to knock down.
I think I better go help Naked Guy, though.
Is that the first time you've said that?
It is on the podcast.
Okay.
I love the qualifier.
I mean, in college, I
Well
probably
done.
said that every weekend. Yeah, so I've got my wings of flying. I'm going to shoot over there above the difficult terrain. No?
JJ's waving him off.
Just run?
Yeah.
I have so much speed.
It's a daily ability, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Wait,
get it back. For the
wouldn't
flying,
you
it'll come
technically
back.
also be pretty much naked since you were asleep too? Because if you're running
Well, I'm always
into a space
almost-
where you can't really see anything and you're naked and he's naked, some weird stuff might
Well,
happen.
there's tentacles everywhere.
Especially
And
with
there's tentacles everywhere.
I'm usually almost naked, so. All right, I'm going to go in there and try to help my buddy out.
Okay, go
Position
for it.
myself so hopefully
I don't
I
know
can
if he's
get
talking
it
You
about
can
the game.
definitely. Yes.
So I've
Your
got
buddy
them
or your little buddy?
easily.
Your buddy's little buddy.
31, I think.
31 will just barely hit.
Okay, and then
I think
It
there
is
should be some.
reciprocal of
Yeah,
their AC.
there should be some kind of extra bonus when you can more than double their AC.
so there's 7 damage,
7 damage. You got it.
right? And then I'm going to use another key point to get my 2 flurries of blows,
Okay.
which 10, 15
Yep.
will hit
That hits.
for 6.
And you have advantage too. Remember.
But that's only on to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was.
But
good.
I guess the point being, like JJ said, make sure you roll it twice in case you get a 20 on the second
good
roll.
point. Good point.
'Cause it could
Shouldn't
be,
he roll his
All right,
dex
let me roll
saving
that last
throw
one again.
before?
It was not. Okay, then this time.
Wait,
I thought he was flying.
wait.
No.
Are you flying in or are you walking
You
in?
should be flying.
He's flying.
Are you flying in?
Yes.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Yes.
You had
So
to make
you
a
don't-
save, you enter her square. Because of the tentacles, they want to grab you.
Right. That's why I wanted to fly, but you told me
Yeah.
not to fly.
That's fine.
Just use it.
Yeah, I'm
I
flying.
want you guys to be
It's
doing
just-
big stuff.
It's sweet to fly.
Yes.
So actually, I rolled with advantage and missed on both of them. On the second flurry of blows.
You didn't get 13?
I did not. I got 6 plus 5. I got 11, and I got 10. But I hit with one of them.
The
So
tentacles grab you and choke you to death.
the wobbly bits.
The wobbly bits. Death by wobbly bit.
But I did hit with one of my flurry of blows, so I think I get to pick an effect. And I'm not going to try to knock it prone, but can I use target can't take reactions until next turn?
Yes.
Probably doesn't really help, but I'll take that.
All right.
All right, done.
Dakota Fanning.
The last ones. All right, so we're going.
So they're
after-
starting, right?
Yep.
So they have to roll.
Yeah.
No.
They don't need to save. Well, they're starting their turn there.
Yeah. Don't they have to save?
But if they start a turn and they're restrained, but because they cannot be restrained,
okay,
that's it. That's the end of the
then
effect.
I'll just start with attack.
Why the hell did I
sinning.
cast this then?
So
Because we didn't know they couldn't be restrained.
Because
a 20.
you
to
looked
hit.
at me and you were like, "Oh, she's been waiting for
Hey,
this."
Joe,
the
how's my
whole
nose breathing
time.
doing? Is it okay?
It's doing okay right now.
Good?
Yeah, you're good. 20 to hit, I believe hit.
Yeah.
All right. This
What?
is. I actually roll pretty good on this one. Good from like the bad guy, not for you. 17, 20 points of damage. I'm giving you the total, so you have. Well, let me roll to hit. Holy crap! 2 and a 12. The 12 turns into a 17. That hits, right? Okay. 15. So 8. And then, I roll a 1 and a 2. They only have a +5 to hit. That's not going to work. So I'm not going to roll the d6s. I have a 21 for the final one.
All right.
So that will hit, and we have 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 3 is 15 damage again. And that is the end of their turn. And it seems, Mickie, like they're trying to formulate common words in their telepathic speech in your head, and you swear they're saying something about a grove.
All right. I maintain concentration.
Outstanding. I think we go back to the beginning.
Yep, Aleyna.
Go for it. You still got one right there.
Okay.
But you no longer have advantage.
And
No.
I no longer have a Truk right there.
No. Truk has gone to the
Awesome.
field of dreams, or tentacles, as it were.
Or dreams.
Oh,
depending
what do
on how
you dream about? Don't answer that. You're sick.
Yeah.
All right.
So
So I'm
what you
going
wanna
to.
What you want?
You want to be a baller, a brawler, a shot caller? Sorry.
You're
Just keep
so
going. Just
white.
keep
Oh my god.
He's like pale vanilla ice.
Damn, it's the middle of winter. I'm as
Would it take an action for me to switch
Nope.
my weapons?
No. In this edition, swapping weapons out is free. They figure you're pretty well versed in switching your weapons. You ought to be able to do it easily.
Excuse me.
Bless
Many
you.
blessings upon you.
So
thank you, kind sir.
guess I'm going to use my new magical rapier
Okay.
of stuff.
What have you been using the last several turns?
Longbow.
You were still shooting him point blank?
Yes.
Okie doke.
Wow.
I didn't
Never mind.
expect that, but go ahead.
Well, I've been marking off arrows, so
Okay. That makes sense then, that they would have been shot by bow.
So that is a 9 and a 5 on the dice, which is 14.
That's going to hit.
Plus
Faux
7
show.
is 21.
You hit.
Are you sure?
I am sure. 21 hit. Just barely,
12
but it hit.
damage.
12 damage. You got it.
How's that one
Going to
looking?
keep going?
How's
It
looking?
looks like you would probably need to hit it 1 or 2 more times.
Which is a good thing since you
Okay.
have extra attacks.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit it. Or I'm going to try to hit it a second time.
She wanted to not be left out of the tentacles. That's, she's
Something like that.
feeling left out at this point. Mickie finally cast that spell with Nesolis, and
20 on the
Aleyna
die.
wasn't there.
20 on the
20,
die.
that's a critical hit. So you roll the damage die twice, and then add the modifier 1 time.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
I think it did less damage that time.
Well, it was critically less, though.
14 damage.
14. So you have any more attacks?
I have one more, but
Okay,
I
you
was
might
going
want to
do...
take that on another
Really?
one because that one was finished.
Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. I was going to do a cool thing eventually.
On that one?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I'll make.
I'm
it
going
living if you
to
want
spend
finish that.
a superiority die. I don't know
Hey,
how many
you have
of those I
That's
have
a fighter
right
thing.
now.
You know, you have alert as well.
I know. That's why I couldn't be surprised in the first round. Boom.
Boom.
Um,
Throw that in there. Post facto.
in order to do Commander Strike. Do you guys have to see me?
No, we just hear you.
All right. JJ.
Just hear you.
Hey.
Okay.
Kalam'Te. Do you hear her?
I do.
And?
Swing them wobbly bits.
Swing them wobbly bits.
So you have one that has been hit by Truk and 3 that still have not. The Dakota group has not. Well, they got tentacled, but that's about it.
I will go at one hit by Truk.
And the Shadow Demons, I don't know. They probably get that daily.
Ew.
In the Abyss or whatever.
Right. That will hit.
Yeah.
And
because the number was in excess of 13?
It was severely in excess of 13.
Okay.
So 4, 5 plus
11.
So 4 plus 10 and 12. 16 plus 26. 26.
16 plus 26.
26 damage.
Okay. That one it also poofs in that radiant energy that turns it into just embers. The shadow doesn't even get a chance to meld back into the earth.
Was that one of the defending groups?
No, that was the other. So the only group that remains are the 3 in the final group. And who is up next?
I want to run in.
But wait, there's more. So you're going to run into the tentacles.
Yeah.
She's been waiting a long time.
Very well.
I'm waiting a long time for this.
Dexterity saving throw.
Awesome.
What was the number? 16? 15?
15.
15. So if you make this, you do not get restrained. Okay, so you're not grabbed by the tentacles, which may be anticlimactic.
Literally?
However, does she still take the damage?
Who?
If she makes a saving throw,
she made the
running
saving throw,
into
so
them.
no.
On what?
On my tentacles.
No, yeah, she takes it. No, she doesn't take the damage. If she
not
does,
at
if she
all?
saves.
It's not even half?
Yeah,
or
it's not
anything?
even half.
Okay.
This is one of those weird dex saves ones where you don't even take half.
Okay.
Because the tentacles grabbing you and then slamming you around, so if the tentacle didn't grab you, then you don't get slammed.
I was disappointed that I made that.
Just saying, he wanted to get slammed.
As the battle continues into the next round, you guys will easily defeat the remaining shadow demons.
I want to talk to it.
Okay. What do you want to try and talk to it about?
So you say I've been hearing...
It sounds like they were trying to muster some kind of common, which is not native to them. And you swear in your head, Nesolis, that you heard Grove.
Okay, so according to this...
shadow whisper.
I can communicate telepathically with any creature I see within 30 feet. I don't need to share the language for it to understand my telepathic utterances.
Okay.
But it must be able to understand at least one language. So they speak a language.
Yes.
So I would have heard kind of...
You can broadcast to them, right?
I can broadcast to them. I would have said, tried to say, are you talking about the sacred grove? We seek the sacred grove.
It's really just the grove.
That's the grove, that's all they're saying.
The grove.
The grove.
It's like that was where they were headed and you guys were in the way.
Fantastic. Can we keep one?
Can we keep one? Huh.
Oh, dude, can we harness a shadow demon as a pet to go with Pedro the pack mule?
And Frederica?
And Frederica the potted plant?
Yeah. How would you do such a thing?
Can we tie it up?
What you need to do is come up with a how based on your character sheets and your equipment so that I can say yes. Otherwise, I can't say yes.
I can cast Hold Monster.
That would work for a certain amount of time.
At the end of every turn.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably can't, but it would be pretty cool to have a pet shadow demon.
At least figure out which way they were going.
I mean, they know all the best parties.
Well,
do we let one go?
Well, then you have
they did just have a tentacle party.
For a certain amount of time, what might be useful then is to use your hold monster and allow it to keep escaping and grabbing it and escape and grab it and see if you can just follow along with it for a little while.
What do you guys think? Telepathically in your mind.
I mean, we can do that for a day to get you farther along in your journey. I think that's reasonable.
Are you growing tentacles?
They would disappear when the bright light of day comes out. Or they would want to disappear. They would want to go back to where they came from. But I'd give you a half a day's travel with the right direction.
What do you guys think? Telepathically?
Sure. Give it a try.
We would dispatch all but one.
Smite it back to the abyss.
Okay.
I like it. Make it happen.
So that's what we're going to do as we wrap up this episode. We are going to have our party on using Nesolis will have a shadow demon on a leash for about a half a day, and have it leading the party towards the grove, which was its initial destination, apparently. But for now, we're going to sign off on this one and say...
Bye, everyone!
Bye! Oh, so many
tentacles.
Tentacles, yeah. And penises.
Setting off for the grove, our heroes encounter shadow demons during a rest. They grab one of them and use it to direct their journey more precisely. After the shadow demon is dispatched, they'll need another option. Thanks for joining us. The preceding podcast was brought to you by Shedcast. You can find us online at adventuresfromtheshed.com.